Hey everybody, joining in live, and we got a good stream coming together today, so it's going to be really fun. We're going to get into the platform Kahana and just go step by step. I'll show you everything that you need to know, so you can kind of consider this to be like a Kahana 101 type of stream, and we're just going to focus on making progress really quickly through the platform. And yeah, I'm going to sign up from scratch and do everything that you would do when you're starting out as a beginner. So let's just get right into it. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments or chat through the YouTube live stream chat. Okay, cool. So I'm going to start from the very beginning and start by just making an account. So I'm going to click sign up. So yeah, just input a password. Then I'll log in. So yeah, this is the first thing you'll see when you first create an account. It's a hub that welcomes you to the platform. So yeah, I'll just give you a little bit of an overview of what you're looking at. So at the very top, we have the home page. Let's click home. Here's the hub that we were just in. There's create a new hub. And then let's just keep exploring. So nothing is in accessed yet. When I hover over this, it says I have a 1-day streak. Cool. When I search, I see that there's some things here you can search for. Then here, there's a learner's hub that I'll click and join. I definitely recommend doing this when you first start out. This hub is moderated and contributed to by the Kahana team. So we're constantly adding more advice and resources into this hub for any beginner. And yeah, essentially you can come in here and see other folks and get access to tutorials and just kind of get started that way. So it's funny, when I'm filming this live stream, I'll ultimately be using this to generate some videos that will likely go in this hub. So you're getting an inside view of how that process works. Cool. So let's just get started. So one of the first things I'm going to do is go to my profile here and change my profile picture. So I'm just looking for a good one, the same one I use on YouTube. And then I will go and click save. There's some other stuff in here. For example, you can add a bio, a profile background, and different links. And this is going to come in handy as we continue to improve the platform and allow these profiles to be public. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. The main thing that matters for actually monetizing and selling content on Kahana is having a profile picture so people can see who you are. Cool. And then you'll notice that you can now see the Learners Hub in my access section. So I'm just going to go back in here and show you something real quick. I was checking if my profile picture would load. Looks like it didn't. I'm going to refresh and see if that works. Cool. So it looks like the profile picture loaded. So I guess now, I'm going to start connecting to payouts so I can get paid. So in order to connect to payouts, the first thing I do is click these 3 dots on the hub. It can be any hub. When you do connect to payouts for the first time, it's going to let you get paid for every subsequent time. So click Monetized Hub, click Yes. This is going to take me to the Stripe connection flow. So here we are. There's going to be a little paperwork to do in order to connect to Stripe, but I'm going to go ahead and click Proceed. So now I actually have an existing Stripe account that I'm going to use again. And if you have an existing one, you can also use your existing Stripe account too. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new business. Do United States and individual because that's what it is. And this is probably what you'll also be looking at doing, is creating a new business. So here's some legal stuff. Like address, social security. So for now, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and hide this part. While I'm streaming. But I'll stay online here. But it's asking, it'll ask you for your date of birth, your home address, and then the last 4 digits of your social security number. Cool, and I'm done. So now I'll show you where I'm at. So we're at this part here. Where you're selecting industry. So I'm just going to go ahead and select software and then just call it hubs of content. That's what I'll put. Just trying to describe what I'm actually selling. So now there's an opportunity to choose a bank. I'm going to go ahead and enter actually I'll try to connect just like this. So I'm just trying to connect through my Capital One account instead of entering my account number and routing number manually. I might eventually have to actually enter the stuff manually. Looks like it connected. So I'm just proceeding through the flow. So now adding some public details for the customers. So they're going to see that they're purchasing through Kahana whenever they go on the hub and actually buy. So I think it kind of makes sense to put Kahana so they're not taken. It's always weird when you get taken off guard and you're like, is that actually who I bought from? So yeah, I think that makes sense for now. And then you have an option to go contribute some money to the environment. If you want, you can even start contributing after a certain amount of money is processed. So yeah, for now I'll just continue and donate 1%. You can change this later if you want. So now you'll see this is the review and finish up page. So you're almost good to get started. And sometimes you'll see that this personal detail section is pending verification. And this potentially means that it's trying to understand your identity based on the social security information and the address you provided. So depending on how far along it is in this process, you may have to go and continue to submit or provide additional information, potentially some identification. So let's just agree and submit and see what happens here and see if we need to do anything else. But as you continue through this flow, you should get to a point where you're able to go back into the hub and set a price on it. That's how the flow is supposed to work. Yeah, so as you can see, that finished. It took one try to go through, and the end result is successful where you have the ability to set a price on the hub. So you can check the terms and conditions. It's required. If you try to submit without it, it'll make you. So I'll just show you what that looks like anyways. So let's just make this a $50 subscription. You can make it a one-time payment or a monthly subscription. I'll go monthly subscription. As you can see, you need to go check it, and then once you click submit, it should be good to go. And you'll see that, yeah, so I did click, monetize on my first hub. There's nothing in here, of course, but I'll get into how to actually start filling it out and different tricks of the trade to ultimately build it. But yeah, that part's done, and now you don't have to go connect payouts again unless you want to change the actually you can go change bank account through Stripe and do it that way. And if you ever want to change that, you would go access it through this manage Stripe button right here, and you'll see that it'll sign you in directly, and you can begin checking out things like who's paid, when they paid, your overall sales, and update information in Stripe. So I'm just waiting for this to load to give you a quick little tour so you know what to expect. Cool. So this is kind of what you could expect. It's this account where you can see different sales metrics like gross volume, net volume, new customers, top customers by spend, check your payments, your balances, billing, and more. So this is what that is. Let's go back into Kahana. So what's next? Let's start to develop the actual product. So I'll just, as an example, say like growth. Let's make a growth hacking resources hub. So I'm always looking for new growth hacking and marketing strategies. And I think this would be a great way to capitalize on everything that I'm learning on a regular basis and let people have access to these resources. Now, when it comes to meta tags, these are going to help everyone else search for your hubs. So I highly recommend that you add them based on what people would want to search to find your hub. So growth hacking, marketing. And you can use any amount of words, and you just press enter to ultimately make the tag kind of a unit. Now I'm going to go ahead and upload a dummy cover photo for now. Can kind of show you what that looks like. And I'll just go get a quick description. So I just used ChatGPT and told it to write a description of a monthly subscription to growth hacking resources and tools. So I'll save this. And as you can see, this showed up. Publicly monetized hub with 1 view. Great. And so this is a way you can see how many views you're getting, kind of track how your marketing is. When I click it, it'll still be empty. So I'm just going to create a new note. And this is what people will see behind the paywall. So when I say paywall, this is what I mean. So as you can see, the information that I put in, the profile picture is coming through, the price is coming through, and the image is there. It's looking pretty nice. So you can see information here. You can see the information that was uploaded behind. Now there's still stuff here that needs to be added. So let's get started with that. Just wanted to show you that though, what that looks like. And we can constantly check and preview what our customers are going to see. And I'm actually going to go put the description of this hub into the video. So now I'm going to give you a quick tour of what a hub is and how, like, all the things you can do with it, like every single button. So we'll kind of go through it one by one. Let's start with the different menus on the side. So you can actually change these to either to show or hide, depending on what you're doing. And your customers can do the same thing. So they can navigate the hub this way where they're either viewing the different sides or not. There's uploads, which can be added by either clicking upload like this, which brings you to your all of your potential files on your local device. You can also click this cloud button to add content, add YouTube videos, embed links. So when it comes to content, you can add PDFs, JPEGs, PNGs, GIFs. You can add YouTube videos just by putting the URL in, copy and pasting the URL, and adding a title. We'll get into this later. You can also embed a link, which can be basically anything. It can be a blog post, a Google Doc, Google Sheet, it can be a Notion workspace. It's very versatile. So just think of this uploads area as being able to add any type of digital asset. And if you have a digital asset that we don't support yet, just let us know, because it's totally something that we'd want to do for you. But yeah, that's that side. Then this is your text editor or your note side. So you can actually create as many of these as you want. Like here's a new note. You can click these three dots to edit the name. So I'll call this FAQ. It's always a nice best practice to have an FAQ section. You can also move around these different notes and also uploads by like clicking and holding to grab and then drag like this. Then if I want to go back to the start here note, I click it. And this is honestly like a bug that needs to be fixed. For some reason, it'll appear, this weird like spatial box will appear, but you can fix it just by refreshing. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh. And then, so now that that's back, can go ahead and start formatting. So here I'm going to go make this a header 1, just make it nice and big and poppy. Then I'm going to go bold all of these. And bullets are honestly a nice way to help people see things. People like to read bullets in general. Yeah, and honestly, ChatGPT did a nice job of creating this description, because I do plan to have priority support and regular updates. So if you do end up subscribing to this hub, yeah, you can expect for it to be regularly updated. You can expect to be able to get support whenever you'd like. So when I say support, I mean like a comment thread. So if you ever have any questions about it or about growth hacking, you can go comment here. And I'm going to write a note so that people can see when they first join. See, now you can see the comment showed up. Then the way you access comments by clicking this button here. You can also change the layout of the hub depending on what you're doing. So you can make it so that you can only see just the notes if you only want to focus on that. And annoyingly, this thing showed up again. So I'm not sure, maybe, I mean, at the very least, this is good that I'm recording so that the developers can see this and hopefully fix it. You can also upload from here, and you can create a new note from here. And then you can also view any collaborators. And it looks like Jonathan's in here already. That's interesting. I'm not sure how he knew. Maybe he found the description in here, or some other means. Let's go make him an admin just for fun. So this is, yeah, a good opportunity to make him an admin. You can, as an owner of the hub, you can change the collaboration features or permissions and roles for anybody. Admins are allowed to edit anything and invite other people, as well as control their permission and roles. Editors are able to just edit and not invite. Commenters are not able to edit, but they're able to comment. And then viewers are just simply able to interact and not edit anything. And if you ever want to kick them out, you can do that. Like if someone's causing problems or for whatever reason you want to kick them out, this is going to get them out of the hub and stop their billing if they're actually paying. So be careful with that. If you do end up kicking someone out, they're probably going to wonder about it. You're going to want to have to explain to them why they're kicked out, but I don't know why you would, so I'm not going to even insinuate what it would be. Cool. That's pretty much it for the hub so far. I mean, that's the general scope of what you can do. There's more formatting things you can do when it comes to like changing colors of text, changing fonts. Yeah, but that's basically all just controlled by this. Now let's get into doing some uploading. So I'm going to go find some good Google Sheets that I like. Honestly, this is a pretty good one. So just gonna grab this Gantt chart template. And for Sheets, you have to make it so that anyone with the link can view. Then I'll copy the link and go back into the hub. Then I click the cloud upload button, click embed link, and then click save. And there you can see that the Gantt chart is now inside of the hub. So yeah, as you can see, it can get pretty powerful using Kahana because you can add in all of these different platforms that you already use, and you may already have a lot of existing assets on them, and you can just easily put them in. You can easily monetize them, and I'll just show you how this updates. So let's go refresh the paywall and see it with the Gantt chart now uploaded. Yeah. So here you can kind of see this product taking form, where there's something behind it you can see, but you can only get access if you start to join. Now I'll show you what it's like to add a blog post. So whether or not you have your own blog or, you want to include a blog post from somebody else, you can just grab the link and put it into the hub in the same exact way that you did with the Google Sheet. So you click the upload button, embed link, and click save. And then this should appear. Now, depending on the actual construction of the link or the page that you're embedding, it'll show up accordingly. So just be careful. Make sure you test and see how it actually works. This one is a really nice experience. So this blog is built with Ghost, and it just renders really well inside the hub. So if I want to make these pages a premium part of the hub, I can do that. And yeah, so that's in there now. Now, just to give you a quick tutorial about one of the other features of Kahana called smart linking. This is something that allows you to connect text that you write in the notes section to resources that you upload. So let's go do that really quick. Let's create a little a nice bullet here for affiliate programs or high ticket affiliate programs. That looks like I'm gonna refresh it to make sure that the resource is being captured. Sometimes, because it works with autosave, sometimes the actual asset becomes available after a refresh or after a little bit of time. So if things aren't happening that quickly, it could be because you just haven't allowed for enough time. But yeah, I'm going to go create a smart link here, attaching it to affiliate programs, which is what I uploaded, and then save. So what this lets me do is create a link between this text and this resource. So if I happen to be on this Gantt chart and I want to go navigate back and I don't want to click there, I'm just looking at the link, can click open link and it'll pull it up like that. So this becomes really useful as you have more and more resources in the hub. It allows you to really get creative and helpful for your customers when they just want a list of things, and specifically going through each kind of note, being able to contextually click on the accompanying resources is a very a nice thing. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments about that. But yeah, let's go see. Looks like it updated, so now the hub has affiliate programs, Gantt chart, and yeah. This is pretty much it. I mean, if you think about it, I guess the last thing I want to mention is actually sharing. So you can get the link to your own monetized hub by just taking the URL here in the top and copying it. Then you can put it wherever you'd like. So, whether that's your own website, your link in bio platform, social media post, you can always just add the link to the hub. And then when someone clicks the link, they're going to see the paywall and it's going to load and they can pay. You can also click this button here and grab the link from here by clicking this, and it'll copy it to your clipboard. If you go home, you can also find the link to your hubs from there. As you can see, my navigation has yielded a couple views. Jonathan got in here, so there's another view. But you can click here, click hub sharing, and then grab the link like that. There's a couple more things to note about the platform too. You can duplicate hubs. You can always edit the information like the title, the tags, cover photo, and the description. You can delete the hub forever, and you can always change the price. So if $50 is too steep for you, that's all right. I'm going to go make it $5. So get it while it lasts. And then if you ever have a question about the platform, you can go click this live chat and it'll get you in touch with me or another teammate. We normally respond, within minutes. And then there's other things like the help center you can click to through here. This has a lot of documents and articles. You can also live chat through here. There's also a couple of things like the billing page. So this is if you want to upgrade Kahana to a paid plan or downgrade from a paid plan. But basically, if you want to create additional hubs, like unlimited hubs, you can upgrade for $10 a month. Here you can manage Stripe. You can submit a ticket if you ever run into any problems like I did. So I actually did run into that problem. So I'm going to log it. Like the problem with creating notes and having that weird thing show up. But yeah, this is pretty much how you log a bug as well, if you're curious. You just fill out the form. If you can include a screenshot, that's really helpful. And then lastly, you can log out from here. And that's done. So that was everything that I wanted to cover in this video. Just to recap, we went ahead and created a Kahana account for the first time for free. We looked at the welcome hub. We created a new hub for the first time. We monetized the hub and connected to Stripe for payouts successfully. We set a price on it, and we created a new title, added a description, added tags, added a cover photo, and then we ultimately added a couple of preliminary assets. We added a welcome note that kind of describes what's in there. And that's about it. We have a product that we can now share with a simple link, put it in our website, put it in the YouTube description, for example, and then begin to see if people are even coming to it, check if the views are going up, and start to understand how people feel about the product, whether it makes sense to them, whether they think there's benefits that are real, and start to get feedback. So when you do this, it's a process where you're going to want to be open to feedback and open to changing your mind about the hub. In the future videos, we can get into more strategies when it comes to pricing, when it comes to how to actually format hubs, in creative ways that make them even more navigable and useful for customers, make them more appealing. And we'll go over some hubs that have been successful at getting sales and have customers. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, just feel free to drop them in the comments. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you build. All right, thanks. See ya.